It is confirmed Shedeur Sanders is the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback for the rest of the season, Browns fans. Before we talk about what this means, I want to get everybody's reaction in the comments section. Is this the right move for the Cleveland Browns to name Shedeur the starter? Type Y for yes. Type N for no in that comment section. I think it's great news. I think he earned it. We're going to talk about it all right now. Welcome into the show, everybody. I am your host, Joey O'Donohue, and look at this. We are almost at another major milestone, 65K. I think anytime you get the numbers with fives and zeros, that's big time, and we're only 154 subs away from it. Hit the sub button if you want Cleveland Browns updates and news. I make videos every single day. If you want to know what's going on with Shedeur, you want to know what's going on with the Cleveland system, hit that sub button. I'm here for you. I do think that Shedeur Sanders has earned this job. I mean, look at his numbers against the Titans. 364 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns. He ran one in. Clutch time, fourth quarter. He was unfazed. The one interception was a moment where it was a rookie mistake. But he bought a lot of time on that play. And honestly, how is nobody open when you hold the ball for that long, to be honest? We're not going to talk about that. The rest of the performance, it's no question that he's earned this start. I'm excited about it. I think he's been the better prospect since day one. I've been harping on that. You guys know, everybody that's been around with me. Some of you agree. Some of you didn't. But now I think finally everyone's starting to see. So he'll get 4 games for the Cleveland Browns. And when you talk about the numbers yesterday, it's not like we're blowing this out of proportion here. This is the Cleveland Browns franchise we're talking about. And since 2000, only 2 Browns quarterbacks have had a pass touchdown in each of their first 3 career starts. That is Shedeur Sanders. That is Baker Mayfield. And Baker, he's a franchise guy. I mean, we should have seen that. I saw that. The Browns didn't. Tell me, maybe Shedeur could be that guy. I mean, we're already talking about Browns history, folks. The guy's had 3 starts. Okay? This is why we're amped up. This is why we're juiced up. Energized here as Browns fans. We don't see good numbers often from the quarterback position. I'm not kidding you. If we're already talking about things that we have never seen, maybe seen once in Browns franchise history, all these different numbers and stats, like, of course I want to see more. Of course I'm all in on this. And this is the best decision for the Cleveland Browns to see what else 12 can do. Browns beat reporter Mary Kay Cabot says Shedeur can actually prevent the Browns from drafting a quarterback in the NFL draft. Maybe they won't get Dante Moore. Maybe they won't get Fernando Mendoza. If Shedeur can take these 4 starts and say, I'm your guy, build around me. You should have been building around me from day one, from training camp. But that's neither here nor there. We're past that at this point. He is finally the starting quarterback and clearly the best option on the roster. Here's what I think the best case scenario could be now for Cleveland, and this is a realistic best case scenario, is that Shedeur continues to show these flashes through these next few games, right? The deep shots, the moxie, the flash, the him putting you in position to win games. The Browns obviously screwing it over, but he shows you the flashes. We can then build on offense once the offseason hits in the NFL draft, in free agency. Once the trade deadline is coming back up, we can build with the pieces that we need. Offensive line, wide receivers, you name it, we need it on offense right now. And finally, if that's all true, well, you don't need to go pay a first-round quarterback a $40 million contract, right? Like Cam Ward's got 4 years, over $40 million. You don't have to spend that much money because you're already paying Deshaun Watson a boatload next season. I'll talk about that in a future video this week. But best case scenario, Shedeur shows you, hey, I'm the guy you can build around. That would help Cleveland so much. That would help their draft so much when they have the 2 first-round picks, and we could really have a future here, folks. What I like about Shedeur's play, too, is he looks comfortable. I think this is something that's not being talked about enough, but watching every snap of that Titans game, like, he looks unfazed in the pocket. His footwork is a lot better that game. He's improving week to week to week, and he's making deep plays. But really, it's the calmness, that presence in the pocket, not only when he's dodging sacks, but, like, he just looks comfortable. In that fourth quarter, we're down 2 scores. He was not fazed. Led right down the field for 2 more touchdowns for the Cleveland Browns. He threw one of them. He ran the other one in. Maybe the future is bright in Cleveland. Can you believe it? Is it too early to get my hopes up because we do this all the time and then it gets destroyed? But maybe it's actually bright this time. Because when you're putting up the numbers that I'm showing you, and it's making its way into Browns history through 3 starts, maybe there's a chance we found a guy here. I would love it. That really is best case scenario, is that Shedeur is the guy. I believe in him. I believe in his talent. Absolutely no question about it. He should be being developed by the Cleveland Browns. He should be given these games, and he's earned the last 4 starts, and maybe even he'll be the day 1 starter next season. Oh, how wonderful it would be if the search was over for the franchise quarterback, Browns fans. We'll take it game by game here, but there's no doubt about that. He's got the promise, the talent that the analysts saw leading into the NFL draft. He's got the accuracy. He's got the arm strength. Mobility is an underrated facet of his game. I mean, he buys time. And for as much as people want to say he holds the ball, he also evades pressure and buys time and extends plays for a lot of the deep shots that you have seen this year. Like the video if you're excited for the rookie's future. We've got a bright thing building here in Cleveland. So if you're hyped up, you want some good luck, some good fortune, hit that like button to propel the Browns going forward. Oh, I would love to be back in playoff conversations. We made it 2 years ago, okay? So we're not crazy for thinking it could happen in the next few years. Like the video for some good luck. Unfortunately, though, coming up on the show, there is bad news because there always is a little bit of something with the Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to tell you what the bad news is from head coach Kevin Stefanski. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys about our sponsor, and this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It is the holiday season, the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It is all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. I love this app, man. It's a lot of fun. I win money doing it. And because I cover the Browns, it helps me know what picks to make. So I heard the coaches say they had no problem letting Shedeur rip it. So I picked the more on his passing yards and passing touchdowns last week. I won money. When Cleveland plays a bad run defense, I'm all in on Quinshon Judkins' projections. And new feature alert. Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Prize Picks is also simple to play. If you just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, if you get your picks right, you could cash in. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Kevin Stefanski confirms that Ethan Posick has torn his Achilles and he is out for the rest of the year. So that is very sad, unfortunate. Prayers up to him. You may have seen this scene when he was getting carted off against the Titans. It didn't look good. It's now official that he'll miss the remainder of this year. And so when you look at the Browns' offensive line room as a whole here, the depth chart, Posick not going to be the starting center. Luke Whippler will take over that role. And it's just been a mix of combinations all season long. Like, traded for Cam Robinson, and he's like okay, but he commits a lot of holding penalties. KT Leviston and Cornelius Lucas, I mean, they've been in and out of the lineup at tackle, and they've had some of the worst numbers in the league, respectively. And they're only playing now because Jack Conklin hurt again, our starting right tackle. Wyatt Teller, not only did he get hurt, did he start to play bad and essentially get benched, he's already ruled out for this week against the Bears as well. And he missed the Titans game. So Zach Zinter was active for the first time ever this Sunday. And so Tevin Jenkins is getting more look as well. Like, Cleveland's just rotating in and out so many different guys. They're old, they're injured. Shedeur's going to have to deal with this offensive line and without his starting center now for the rest of this year in these final 4 games. You know, the complete right side of the offensive line looked different against the Titans. I mean, I just told you. Conklin and Teller not there. They were there all year. So different combination. This is another bit of adversity that I'll have to overcome, but that's what sort of makes his performances more impressive. The numbers more impressive. Do not forget the Cleveland Browns situation, folks. I mean, they're lacking in a lot of areas, and the coaching, the play calling, all of it you could add in as a mess for a rookie quarterback to have to deal with. And so that's why, again, I'm overexcited about these numbers. Like, imagine if he did have a great offensive line. Imagine if he had targets, a top wide receiver in the National Football League. Maybe this would look great. Maybe we would be making another playoff push. And imagine if the defense didn't give up 31 to the Titans. I mean, come on. Defense has been so good all year. If we had the defense that we had been seeing, that game should not have even been close. So here we are. Can we develop him? And I think regardless of what happens with Shedeur, I would love him to be the franchise quarterback. I would love him to turn in to what the hype is. But even so, I think this is a fun moment as Browns fans in Browns history. I mean, think about it. Like, 20 years from now, I mean, this is fun. This is, people are rallying. The stadium's into it. There's more eyes on the Cleveland Browns right now than ever. I mean, with the social media age and the amount of people that know who Shedeur is that didn't watch the NFL, but now they do. Like, this is a fun moment. And I would just say, enjoy it, savor it, think about it decades from now. Like, oh, remember when Shedeur was our starting quarterback? Like, it's a fun atmosphere right now. And so I think this is something worth monitoring, worth looking at. And these next 4 starts will give you a reason to watch the Cleveland Browns, and so will Myles Garrett, who looks like he's going to break that sack record. How are we feeling going forward, though, Browns fans? What's our mood about the Cleveland Browns in their future now that maybe we got something in Shedeur? If you're an optimist, type O. If you're pessimistic because, well, I understand we're Browns fans. It's hard not to be with this team. You can type P. But let me know what the mood is, how we're feeling, Browns fans, after today's show. And that's going to do it for us. Head on over to X. Follow me at Joey070 if you want to keep chopping it up. I respond on there. And hit that subscribe button, like I said, so you do not miss a piece of Cleveland Browns news or Shedeur Sanders update, head coach update, quarterback. I got all of it. So you might as well hit the sub button and party with us here on the show. Appreciate you all tuning in, and we'll see you next time.